Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to tonight's live webinar hosted by South London College. My name is Brenda, and I will be your host for the next hour. Tonight's session is all about what you need to know before starting a data science course, one of the most exciting, in-demand, and future-proof careers in the world today. Whether you are completely new to the world of data, or exploring a career change, or simply curious about what data science really involves, this session has been built with you in mind. So just a couple of quick housekeeping points before we get started. This session is being recorded, so you can revisit interesting parts of this webinar afterwards on our YouTube channel. We also have a dedicated Q&A segment at the very end, so please drop your questions in the chat throughout, and we will do our very best to get through as many questions as possible. And as well, please stay with us until the very end. We have some exclusive webinar offers for tonight's attendees that you genuinely do not want to miss out on. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so just before we dive in, let me walk through our agenda for tonight. So because we have a genuinely packed and exciting hour lined up for you, we will start with a quick introduction to South London College and to your tutor, who we are and what we do and why our learners keep coming back to us. And then we'll move on into the heart of tonight's session. We'll explore exactly what data science is and why it matters, what job markets look like right now, and whether AI is a threat or an opportunity for aspiring data scientists, plus all the salaries, global opportunities, the skills you need, and a clear learning roadmap to get you started. So we will then look at what South London College offers and the pathway we have designed specifically for beginners like many of you today. And so finally, we will close with a Q&A session. So please have your questions ready. Okay, so now before our expert takes you through all of the incredible content, let me just take you through a moment to tell you about who is that's hosting you tonight. So South London College is a UK-based online learning provider with one clear mission: to make quality, career-focused education flexible, accessible, and relevant for every learner, regardless of background or prior experience. Everything we offer is 100% online, so you can study from anywhere in the world at your own pace with no fixed schedule, no commuting, and no written exams. All qualifications are assignment-based with dedicated tutor support throughout your journey. And all of our qualifications are Ofqual regulated RQF credentials recognized by employers across the UK and internationally. We also offer programs from level 3 to level 7 with clear pathways to university degree top-ups as well. So whether you're starting from absolutely zero or you're just looking to, formalize your skills that you already have, South London College has a clear and achievable path for you. Okay, so it's my genuine pleasure to introduce you to the experts today. So we have Mohammed Nawas, who holds an MSc in Information Security and Networking from Kingston University and a BEng in Computer Networking from London Metropolitan University. With over 7 years of experience delivering IT programs from level 3 to level 7 across academia and industry, and as a specialist in cybersecurity, data, and cloud computing, Mohammed brings both the technical depth and the real world insight to make tonight's session genuinely transformative. So as a former international partnership manager at NCC Education UK, he understands exactly what employers are looking for, and tonight he'll share the knowledge directly with you. So Mohammed, the floor is all yours. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Brenda, for that warmly and detailed introduction. Thank you very much again. So today we're actually going to talk about the data analyst and or the data scope of how we can have a great impact for y'all as individuals who plan to take that form of career in the IT industry, and not only that, other form of industries as well. So looking at the IT industry in the year of 2025 and 2026, let's have a recap on actually what is going to happen within this span of the 1 year period. Actually, there's going to be considerable amount of growth for instance, 11% growth as they have projected to be in the IT industry. So you can see that even in spite of AI taking quite significant amount of jobs, opportunities also are going to be created. And I'm not going to say it's going to be a small change, but it's going to be a rapid change. So you're going to have actually a rapid rise in opportunities, huge job prospects when it comes to the IT field. Next we have is AI driven demand, right? So now every occupation, whether you are a non-tech person or a tech person, you definitely will have to understand AI. AI is going to be used in every industry. Also, you need to know all of the tools as well. So AI is going to be actually a mandatory skill that you will have to develop while you are in your job. So next is above average salaries. So salaries are going to scale up. They're going to grow significantly high because with new opportunities being created, the demand for those opportunities are going to grow. So considerably, there's going to be a shortage of supply. But if you are making the right choice, if you are making the right investment, you are definitely can fall under a category where you can actually request more salary in your job role, because if your job role is actually new and there's a huge demand but less supply, you definitely can quote a very good amount when it comes to agreeing for a better salary in your career. So those are some of these three aspects actually what is occurring now in the IT industry. Like I said, there's job growth, there's huge amount of opportunities being created, and also overall the average salaries are also going to considerably increase. So it's very important, if you are following a form of data science as your career, these are some of the things that you need to take into account in order to make a good investment and a good decision in ensuring that you have a lucrative career in your IT career. Yes, so could we so top 10 most in-demand IT careers. So it's very important to note that every year we get these new careers coming up, as we all know. So 10 years back, it was software engineering, you have cybersecurity, you have hardware technicians, which were a lot in demand. Now with the inclusion of AI, with the inclusion of data, the scopes have changed up. So looking at the top 10 most in-demand IT careers, actually AI and machine learning engineers. From here onwards, AI is going to get more and more smarter, and definitely you need people to maintain this infrastructure. So the demand for AI and machine learning engineers is going to get higher and higher. Next is cloud computing engineers. So basically, with many companies now investing their IT infrastructure or providing that service to what you call companies like Amazon, Microsoft to look after their data, you definitely need to have engineers to look after these big infrastructures. So actually, cloud computing engineers are actually going to be in demand. So you can see that there is a considerable amount of shift that is actually going to happen from now onwards in the IT sector. Next is DevOps engineer. So this has been in the industry for a long time, but still you require DevOps engineers to create high trend, what do you call, applications and systems as well. Data engineer, not to forget, data is the most important thing in every industry. So without any form of data engineers, it's going to be very difficult for every business to at least project or identify patterns when they are dealing with customers or any form of businesses. So you need a data engineer to actually provide you the correct data and allow you to make the correct decisions as well. So this is where data engineers are actually high in demand. Just to note that data engineers can actually work in various fields, right? They are not just added just in the tech industry. They can also work in education. They can work in automobile. They can work in the military, right? So it's very important job actually, and we call it's a versatile area as well for you to consider if you are planning to become a data engineer. Next is cybersecurity analyst. Again, not a new market, but a market that is going to grow stronger and stronger, right? So this industry is going to get better and better, and you are going to have plenty of opportunities in with AI also coming into play. So cybersecurity, you definitely need cybersecurity engineers, cybersecurity analysts to actually protect your systems. And whenever you create a new system, you definitely need people to actually protect them as well. So there is a huge demand from 2026 onwards, all the way to 2030 or beyond that. The demand for cybersecurity engineers are going to increase. Next is we have data scientist. So data scientist is also a very good scope. So if you are a person into data, very curious about numbers, who want to actually generate new systems and data to assist companies, there is a significant amount in demand for data scientists. So basically, companies are even willing to invest a lot of money, pay high amount of salaries for data scientists as well. Next is we have software developer. Again, not a new market, a market that has been saturated, but again, with AI coming recently, the software developer industry has actually changed. So now you have new markets like vibe coding, using AI to create websites, applications, right? So now many of them are transferring to vibe coding, learning vibe coding, because it takes less than 30-40 minutes now to what you call design applications, websites through vibe coding. So it's a new field, it's a new industry, but it's actually now going to get much better, and you're going to get more salary increments, more job opportunities also being created as well. So vibe coding actually falls under software development. So next is full stack developer. So full stack developer again is not what you call a new industry, but it has been there for many years. But it's going to be actually revolutionized with AI as well, right? So when you are planning to go in the full stack developer field, AI will actually provide more job opportunities where you can actually streamline yourself and go into new industries inside the in at full stack developing sector, right? So these are some of the top 10 most in-demand IT careers, that you can look in for, especially if you're a graduate or if you are a person who's curious about what field should I follow in the year 2026 onwards. Then these are some of the top 10 fields that we have considered, but there are more that you can actually look for. So what exactly is data science? So basically, majority of you all know actually what data science is, but I will just give you a small form of what data science is actually about. So data science transforms actually raw information into actionable business intelligence, meaning that it converts raw data, which is not meaningful, into meaningful information, which can be used for decision making, right? And this is what many of the businesses actually invest on, because businesses are built on proper information. Having proper information makes you make better decisions, and therefore enables you to actually have huge profits. So that's why there is a high demand for data science or data engineers, right? So some of the points that we can actually quote here is it extracts insights from structured and unstructured data, predicts trends, solves complex business platforms, powers recommendation, fraud detection and forecasting, used in finance, healthcare, retail, logistics, entertainment, and the list goes on. It can also be used in education, military, right? So there is huge demand for data science because companies are hugely investing in these engineers, these individuals, for them to provide an edge to their business so that they can actually earn huge amount of profit, right? Yes. So the data science career ladder, right? So data science can actually be broken down into a broader aspect. So you can either focus on being an AI or data architect, that is leads enterprises AI strategy, or you can even go as a machine language engineer, deploys and scales AI system, or you can even be a data engineer. Actually, you build data pipelines and infrastructure. Data scientist is actually, you have the skills of Python, ML, statistics, predictive modeling. Next is data analyst, is you have the knowledge in SQL, Excel, Tableau, and Power Business Intelligence. So you can see that you are really focused on these sectors. But as an individual, as a graduate, I would recommend you also study these fields before you invest a lot and see which field you can pick, because you cannot be an expert in all of this. You need to actually choose which part or which sector that you are very strong at and you're passionate about it, and also where there is a huge amount of demand and a job growth, right? So these are some of the best fields when it comes to the IT sector, especially with AI also included, that you can actually consider as a young graduate or a person who is actually planning to shift from a non-tech background to actually a tech background as well. Yes. So could we move on to the next slide, please? So data science job market growth. So looking at the growth, it's also very important to understand that when you are investing qualifications for a specific career, you need to also understand the market, right? Meaning that if there is a demand for that specific service or specific skill set, definitely it's worth investing in that specific qualification, which all of y'all agree on. Agree. Sorry. So basically, looking at the data science sector, there's actually going to be a 36% projected job growth, right? So since the job growth for data science is growing, there's going to be huge amount. So it's just not going to be 36%. It's going to actually increase further, right? Because we are living in a digital world and data is very essential for all of us, right? Next, we have a 37% annual growth rate. Again, these are average rates. These can fluctuate, so it can go even further as well. So probably next year you might see it going for 50, 60%. We never know, because these are new job roles, new industries that are being created because of AI. Next is you have the global market size, right? So it's currently sitting at 167 billion US dollars. Again, this size can significantly grow, right? With many more companies coming and investing in data science, right? Many more engineers being built up, many more foreign direct investments coming from very rich countries and investing. This market can grow even further. Many more, it can also create more job opportunities as well in this field. Next is 50% talent shortage. Now, this is where you need to fully focus on shortage. So if there is a shortage in the gap in that market, companies are definitely going to pay higher salaries, right? So shortage equivalents to better salaries, better job prospects, better job growth. So if you can seize these opportunities, identify what areas in that industry there is a job shortage or a gap, then you can actually reposition yourself, obtain the qualifications, obtain the certifications, and market yourself in order to get all of these benefits. That is why it's very important for you to understand when you are investing in a career or in obtaining the qualifications, you also have to study your industry very well. For instance, if you're moving into cybersecurity, which area in cybersecurity there is a job or skill shortage. And if you can reposition yourself into that area, definitely you can request for a higher salary. That is one of the important things that as a graduate, as a career changer, as a technological professional, you need to actually consider. So annual data science openings, right? So approximately 1.4 million new openings are occurring here and on an annual basis. That means how many vacancies are being opened. So you can see here on a daily basis, new vacancies are being developed, right? So driven by AI, automation, and digital transformations, now companies actually looking for graduates who are in this field. So therefore, you can see on a daily basis, new vacancies are being created. So looking at the UK and Europe market, around 78,000 annual openings in the UK and Europe are being created, right? So you have from small to medium to large size organizations or enterprises requesting for data science engineer and AI engineers and other job roles as well that are in demand, right? London accounts for 55% of UK's data science roles. So UK is a very heavily invested country in technology, right? And every new technology that is being created, more job opportunities are being created as well, right? So this results in companies they're very prepared to pay you higher salaries, even for an entry level person as well. So you need to actually, as a graduate, identify these factors and then position yourself, like I was telling previously, in order to uh, target yourself into these markets and then obtain the benefits, right? So last point is 60% of hiring managers struggle to fill vacancies. The reason is because many graduates do not focus on the bigger picture here. So when you are looking at a qualification, your a qualification also should come with the benefits as well. So before you actually invest in a qualification, important thing that you need to understand is study the market. That is the first indicator that you need to understand. Study the market, study the gap of the market, and if there is a specific gap where you can reposition yourself, definitely invest the qualification. So then you need to understand, okay, for me to fill this gap, what are the qualifications that I need to do, I need to invest, I need to get, and what are the skills that I need to require in order to fill that gap so that I can market myself to obtain this job prospect or career, right? In order to then get the relevant benefits. So these are some of the things as an individual you need to consider. So you can see the facts are becoming very positive. Even though many people say that AI is taking jobs, it's not going to take jobs. It's definitely going to, extinct certain job roles, but at the same time, it's going to create new job roles as well. So, for instance, like data science, cybersecurity are growing very strong. Software development, data science has come into the picture as well. So you can see there's a huge amount of job opportunities being actually created. Yes, industries hiring data scientists. So very important. Data science is just not typically a one-sided job role, right? You can work in multiple industries. That is one of the benefits. If you have an industry where, if you are in a career where you can work in different industries, it's really benefit. It gives you that edge. So in case if one industry is very saturated, you can still work in a different industry with the same role. That is one of the benefits that actually data science provides to you. So for instance, you can work in finance and banking. Finance and banking requires data analysts to analyze the trends, share markets, right? How the economy is running, all those you require a data scientist. Next is healthcare, right? Healthcare is also very important to understand the patient's health in another 3 to 4 years time, how their health is going to be actually be, what type of precautions they need to take. Next is retail and e-commerce. Again, data scientists are required for this because we need to understand customer purchase pattern, what type of goods they are investing in. So when they come into the supermarket, what are the goods that they are looking at first? So these are some of the things that a data scientist or data engineer can actually provide to you. Next is government and public sector. That is also where data scientists or data engineers can get involved. Other one is media and entertainment as well, right? So these are some of the industries that a data scientists and data engineers can assist companies with, but also this even goes beyond other industries as well. For instance, education, military, automobile, and the list goes on, right? So this is just a few industries that we have quoted, but it's a broader picture, like I have told you. Yes. So will AI replace data scientists? Okay. To give you the answer, it's already mentioned. No, the reason why is AI makes decisions based on the data is provided, the source it's being provided, right? The AI algorithm requires a source to obtain that information or data, and then based on its algorithm, then provide the output. Without any form of data, the AI becomes very useless, right? So you require actually data scientists or data engineers to ensure that the AI is working at optimum level. For instance, a data scientist or data engineer will actually filter out the unwanted data and also will scratch certain data that are not needed and feed the correct data into the AI to make it more intellectual, right? So you definitely need someone to do all this for you. You cannot expect the AI to do all 100%, because even though you have many AI platforms like Claude, Grok, uh, Gemini, you cannot expect 100% accurate answer from an AI, right? Because if you keep on requesting more information, it's going to give you at times biased information, which all of us agree on it. So there has to be guardrails. There has to be someone ensuring that the what you call AI systems, AI ecosystems are efficiently working. So that is where data scientists or data engineers comes into play, right? So the answer is actually no. Data scientists are among the lowest AI risk roles in technology. AI still requires human oversight, strategy, and interpretation. Next is data scientists builds, train, and governs AI systems. AI automates repetitive tasks, not strategic thinking. That's a point that you need to very note that down. It has become specialized in repetitive tasks. It can do the same task perfectly over and over again, but it cannot still do critical thinking, which is not what you call it's very difficult to replace, because that is done by a human being, right? New innovative ideas that a human being only can do it, whereas an AI cannot, right? So these are some of the things that cannot be replaced by AI. The last point is new roles emerging, LM ops, AI ethics, prompt engineering, right? So prompt engineering is also one of the fast moving fields as well. It's basically how you utilize the AI architect properly, right? So you need to understand the AI properly. You need to understand what are the information that you need to feed it in order to get understand how to we do not actually utilize the AI platform's prompt correctly in order to get efficient results from the AI platforms. High versus low AI risk roles, right? So high AI risk roles are, I'll start with the risk so then everyone can understand that. Data entry clerk, right? This has been there for many years, but now this is going to be replaced by AI, because AI can actually do this task, because data entry clerk is a repetitive task as usual. Next, we move on to is custom service representative, right? This is assisting the customers. So now AI can actually assist this or do the job better. Again, why? Because this is a repetitive task. Basic content writer, again, AI can actually do this much more better, right? And this has been there over time, but now basic content writer is overtaken with AI, because now AI can actually do the job much more better than a content writer. Retail cashier, right? With the inclusion of robotics, right, and AI being integrated into those, retail cashiers are also now being replaced by AI, right? Next is the paralegal research roles as well. Again, these are repetitive tasks, right, which can be done better by an AI platform or software, or even robotics also have been included in these roles as well. So you can see these roles are being extinct. So these are some of the few roles that we have considered, but there are many more roles that are also about to get extinct. But these roles are actually roles that have been existed for many years, right? So that is some of the things you need to consider, and you don't have to be scared of it, because why? These roles that I have already been talking to you have been there for 10 to 15 years. So now you need to have something new to actually replace these. So when it comes to low AI risk, you have the data scientist, because this is more a strategical. It's not a repetitive role. It's more thinking. You need to have critical thinking. You need to be innovative, creative, right? So these are some of the things. You need to be very good with numbers, be able to figure out patterns. That is where an AI cannot still do it, right? So that is where it's very important. Uh, this job is in demand. Next is machine learning engineer. Machine learning engineer is also very important, because it's a core part of the AI ecosystem, right? So the AI cannot actually live without ML engineers. They actually need them. Next is AI ethics specialist, right? You need AI, you need to implement guardrails for AI because AI is a technology that is rapidly progressing. So you need to have guardrails there. If you do not have guardrails, then AI will actually provide bias or certain information that can actually harm the society, right? So you need to have AI ethics experts to ensure that the AI system is working within the framework, right? Next is cybersecurity analyst. Very important. You need engineers, cybersecurity engineers to protect the AI architect, right, from hackers because AIs can be used in a reverse angle. That means hackers can actually use AI to attack systems, right? So this time systems will be actually, sorry, attacks will be more actually be more smarter, right? So you definitely need to have cybersecurity analysts to ensure that the systems are protected as well. Next we have is cloud architect, right? Again, data centers, right? Engineers. You require them also because now AI is running by a huge system, right? So it requires plenty of water, plenty of electricity to ensure that what you call the outputs are being generated in a perfect manner. So you need people to look after these systems. For example, Amazon, they have one of the big data centers as well. uh, Open Chat GDP, they have their own what you call server farms, which has to be actually be looked after by cloud architects. So if you do not have cloud architects, then definitely what you call AI is not actually going to be performing well because you need to have engineers who can ensure that the systems are being cooled, looked after well to provide accurate data. So these are some of the low risk AI roles that will not be actually harmed by the revolution of AI, right? There are many more roles that are going to, what do you call, be looked into, but for now, we have been considered this as well. Yes. So what does a data scientist actually do? So we have to understand what role they actually do here. So basically, we have broken this down into two: technical responsibilities and strategic responsibilities. So when we come on to technical responsibilities, we have data collection, cleaning and preparation, machine learning model development, statistical analysis and testing, dashboard visualization creation, model deployment, and ongoing monitoring. So these are some of the technical responsibilities they actually have to look into. This we do not need to talk in very broad detail, but these are just keep in mind, these are some of the roles that actually a data scientist will actually have to do. Now, when it comes into a more higher up role or strategic responsibilities, they will have to actually have business collaborations and stakeholder communications. That is one thing. Translating data insights into decisions, whatever the data they have obtained, now they need to present it to the stakeholders to make it in a presentable manner where they can then make viable decisions on behalf of the company. Advising leadership teams on data strategy, running A/B testing and experiments, and ethical AI oversights and governance. So now these are some of the strategic roles that a data scientist or engineer will actually have to undertake, right? So a typical day for a data scientist. So data science is never just one thing. It blends technical depth with communication and creative problem solving. So you just cannot have one aspect, which is just the technical part. You need to have good communication skills and also good creative problem solving skills as well. It's like running a business. So you can't just study a business management qualification. If you are planning to run your business, you need to know how to talk to people, how to sell a product, how to market the product, how to transport it. So you need to understand the overall aspect when you run a business. So data scientists are the same thing. So basically, you have to ensure that stand up is synchronized with a team on priorities. So you need to ensure that whenever you are addressing certain things, it has to be explained in a simple manner, more of a creative way where people also can easily understand. So other one is modeling, build and test ML models as well. So we come on to the technical side where you're going to develop uh, AI models, machine learning models, and also test it and see whether they are working well. Next is explore. This is where you have to do your R&D, research and development, explore and clean data sets as well. Next is present. So share insights with stakeholders. So at the end, once you do all of your research and development, you need to present these to the stakeholders, right? In a form of a report or documentation. So you need to also have that form of development on how you should present your findings in the documentation, so it's understandable to all parties. So data science career progression. So for people who are very interested in going into the data science role or becoming a data science career in future, so you can start with a junior data scientist with 0 to 2 years. Your average salary can go from £35,000 to £50,000. Again, this is on the company that you are working and the experience that you are having. After that, you can then move on to a mid-level data scientist where you have 3 to 5 years of experience under your belt. And that is where you can then get an annual salary of 60 to 80,000 pounds, right? So it depends on, again, company that you work for and the experience that you have. Next is you can go on for a senior data scientist role where you have 5+ years or even 10+ years or even more. And this can again go from 90,000 to 120,000 pounds per annum. Again, it can go even broader, right? So again, it depends on the company and the experience you have. So how data scientists impact businesses? Very important. It impacts them in a huge manner, right? So profit improvement with the proper data provided to you, you can make proper investments, proper decisions when it comes to your business. So this enables the business to earn profits at a significant level, right? So it can be, they have quoted basically on 126% of profit improvement, all right? So data scientists or data engineers actually play a vital role when it comes to businesses. Next is 10%. So supply chain savings, right? So data scientists also able to identify how to reduce cost at a very significant level, therefore enhancing the profit of the company and reducing the cost of the company. So numbers, right, and identifying patterns. So you can improve the company. You can improve the company in two ways also, by identifying where the company is leaking out a lot of cost or expenses, and also you can provide proper decisions where the companies can, what you call, improve its profits based on the data you have obtained. Next is revenue uplift, right? So it enhances the company to increase their revenue again by 6%. This is on average. But if you are working in a top company, a very big company that has huge amount of clients, huge amount of demand for their products or service, you can enhance it as well. So actually data scientists or engineers do play a heavy role when it comes to businesses. And lastly is the 76% real-time analytics. So basically what they do here is they study 10 years, 15 years of companies' sales, revenue, profits, cost, and they figure out a pattern. And then from there onwards, they present these facts and figures to the stakeholders to make viable decisions so that they can enhance their profits and lower their cost in the next quarter or yearly. So this is what a data scientist or data engineer provides to the business. Data science in action, right? So like I told you, you can work when it comes to data science data science or engineer. You can work in various type of industries, whether it's finance, that is fraud detection and credit scoring, healthcare, predictive patient care and disease forecasting, retail, recommendation engines and personalization, logistics, route optimization and delivery forecasting, sports and entertainment, Formula One telemetry, and performance analytics, right? So these are some of the areas where a data science or data engineer can assist a business. Data scientist salaries in United Kingdom, when talking about UK, these are some of their salary ranges. So if you are an entry-level data engineer, you can earn basically around 35,000 to 50,000 pounds per year per annum. When it comes to mid-level, you can earn 60,000 to 80,000 pounds per annum. Senior, 90,000 to 120,000 pounds per annum, right? So it can go beyond that as well, or it all basically on the company that you are working and how much of experience you are having under your belt. And also one thing to note, uh, if you are able to also provide form of solutions to the company that can also assist in helping you have a high salary range within a shorter period of time, right? So when we are coming into Europe, Switzerland is one of the top countries, also paying high salaries for data engineers or data science. Germany, strong AI and industrial analytics market. There is a huge demand for data engineers and data science when it comes to the German market as well. Netherlands, it's English friendly tech ecosystem. Again, Netherlands invest heavily on tech as well. So there is a huge demand for data science scientists and data engineers as well. And next is Ireland, again, one of the leading countries when it comes to technology. Major European tech hubs are available as well. So salary wise, they pay a huge amount for data scientists as well. The next slide, please. Data science is a global portable career. Of course, yes, that's all agreeable because it works you can work in various industries. You can obtain huge amount of benefits, right? Also, it's a new career, a new industry being created, meaning that the demand for what you call data engineers is high. Therefore, the salary increment is also going to be high. Next is it's correlated to every business. You need data scientists or data analytics engineers to help you improve your business. So it's a very versatile career and it's an in-demand career that's going to go get better and better. So you can some of the countries that are in high in demand for data scientists are United States, Canada, Australia, UAE, Singapore, Germany, right? So if you are a data scientist or data analyst, the chance of you even at times getting PR in these countries are very much high. So essential skills for aspiring data scientist, right? So a strong data scientist combines both technical depth and business acumen. You don't need to master everything at once. Builds skills progressively, starting with Python and SQL, right? So a data scientist should not even have the technical skills as well, but also should be able to communicate, present it even to non-tech people where they are able to understand, right? So definitely when it comes to data scientists, you need to have programming skill set. You need to be very analytical in thinking, also very critical as well. Also be able to identify patterns. These are some of the things that you need to understand if you are planning to follow a career in data science. Next is you need to also have machine learning as well. And also cloud and big data also has to be a part of your arsenal when it comes to data science, right? So these are some of the things at the very beginning. You don't have to acquire everything, but once you are in that field, you can get better and better and include all of these skills in your career, right? So then you can actually have a better, what you call career in your better actually better chance of what you call landing a good job in a data science company. Yeah. So your roadmap into data science, right? So since we have talked about the data science market, the demand for it, the salaries for it, the experience that we have already spoken. Now, in terms of qualification, in terms of academia, how you can actually get there. So I'll explain that on how you can actually obtain it. You can first enroll into IT fundamental courses that will provide you the basic knowledge of programming in Python, SQL. You can invest in some of those courses. Then you can start learning programming as well. Then you can study data science. Then you can build portfolio. When you say portfolio, you're undertaking small projects and then actually what you call creating those projects on behalf. It can be on for a client or you're testing for yourself, and then you can create a documentation in order to store those projects in order to show it for your future interview, right? And then you can start applying for jobs. So IT is actually based on not only qualification, but also it's what type of projects you have actually done. So if you can show that the projects that you have undertaken before applying for a job, that you have undertaken certain of these projects, it gives you the validity to employees that you're a person who is well versed also in practical skills as well, not just in the qualifications as well. Yes. So lastly, we have the courses that are offered by in data science. If you are planning to pursue a career in data science, some of the courses that we actually recommend are, we have the IT foundation, we have some of the programming courses which actually you can undertake. Also, we have the level 3 diploma in data science, which is actually OFCAL regulated and it is internationally recognized as well. Also, you have the chance of actually building portfolios and practical projects as well, since the qualifications provided at South London College offers assignments where you have to build smaller projects where you can then show these projects to your future employees when you apply for a future job in data science. And it takes you to university progression and or employment. So the qualifications that are provided by South London College also do provide university progression as well. So once you complete the level 4 and the level 5 in data science, which is the first year and the second year of a UK degree, you can finish up your final year in any of the UK universities in UK to have a degree in data science. So that is one of the benefits that South London College qualifications do provide to the students, to all of our students who actually register with us. Yes. So level 3 diploma in data science. So one thing is level 3 diploma is actually a foundational knowledge. This is very good for people who are planning to step into the data science field or who has no idea of data science. This is a very good investment to add into. So one thing is it's beginner friendly. Everything that is taught in the level 3 is all basic because it's all foundation. Also, it's fully online and self-paced. Next is everything is not exam-based. It's all practically assignments, meaning that you have to do assignments. And when you do assignments, you definitely start doing a lot of research and you become very familiar on how to create the assignment, how to create projects, how to create data projects, the tools that you have to use. You become very familiar with it. And next is it's OFCAL regulated. So you don't have to worry because it's governed by the OFCAL regulated body in UK, which looks into all of the qualifications, right? So if you are a person who is very keen in data science and who has no idea of data science, then the recommended solution is invest in a level 3 diploma in data science. So yes. So over to you, Brenda.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mohammed, for that clear and insightful, inspiring session regarding data scientists. Just so now, before we move into our exclusive offers and the Q&A, I just want to take a moment to just basically share something that I believe truly brings everything to life, because it's just one thing for us to tell you what is actually possible, and it's also something else entirely to hear from real learners who have already walked this path. So we regularly receive outstanding 5-star reviews from learners across the world, and our students are consistently praising the quality of the tutor support that is available here at South London College, as well as the responsiveness of our team and how smooth and enjoyable, the learning experience has been from day one. And these are real people just like many of you who are here tonight, who have made the decision to take that first step. And now they are building something that is genuinely meaningful. And that's exactly what South London College is all about. Okay, so we want to reward every single person that has joined us today on this session. So we put together 3 exclusive offers only available for tonight. So you won't be able to access these offers outside of today's session. So they're only going to be available for the next 7 days. So our first offer is our 2-for-1 course deal for selected courses. Enroll in one course and receive a second course completely free. So that's the 2 qualifications for the price of 1. So that's double the skills and double the career opportunities. The second offer is the £50 off your course for selected courses. You can simply use the code webinar at checkout for an instant saving. And just take a screenshot of this slide right now just so that you can remember what the code is. Because as I mentioned before, this will be only available for 7 days. And so once the 7 days are gone, the offer is gone for good. And finally, the third offer, which is a free certificate of attendance. So exclusively for tonight's attendees, claim yours after this session, and it will be emailed to you as our personal thank you for being here. Okay, so these are just some of our few contact details in terms of how you can reach out to us. So just before we head into our Q&A, I'm going to go through some of the ways that you can contact South London College. And so take a screenshot of this page as well. So as you can see, we have a website at southlondoncollege.org, our email, info@southlondoncollege.org. We have our telephone number and also our WhatsApp number that you can reach us at. We also have our YouTube channel, our LinkedIn channel, our Eventbrite list, and also Facebook. So just to make note of something as well, our advisors are not just here to pressure you in any way. They're here to listen, to understand your goals, and to point you towards the path that is genuinely right for you. So please don't hesitate to reach out at any point in your journey. Okay, so it's Q&A time. We've received a wonderful range of questions both ahead of tonight during registration and coming through in the chat right now. So, Mohammed, I'm going to fire some questions your way right now. So I hope you're ready. Okay, so first question is from Garth Phillips, who said, which of the sectors would be best suited for cybersecurity and cloud storage security?
Yeah, that's a great question, Gat. Thank you very much again. So basically, Gat, cybersecurity is a very in-demand field. So whatever sector that you choose in cybersecurity, you're definitely going to actually have a very successful career. When it comes to cybersecurity, you have pen testings, ethical hacking, and also these things that I just named few are able for you to land a very good job. So you can example if you take pen testing, which where you break into a system and then you provide what you call the weaknesses of that system to the employers of that company, saying that you need to fix all of these issues. That is enough for you to actually land you a very good job, right? So even you can use that also in the cloud environment as well, where you can go to cloud computing, cloud companies like Amazon, Meta. These are just name a few, but you can conduct the same principle and then provide the weakness to them, where then their engineers can actually rectify it. So going in these two, it's very difficult, but if you can follow in the cybersecurity, industry, definitely whatever industry that you choose in cybersecurity, you definitely can land a very good what you call job role in that.
Okay, thank you so much for answering that. Another question that we've got is from Sunita from Leicester, who's asked, I keep hearing that Python is the go-to language for data science, but I have also seen and um, they've also mentioned, does it really have to be Python, or does the choice of language actually matter at the beginner stage? Sunita, great technical question. Mohammed, what do you think?
Yes. So one thing is learning all languages are great. So as a starter, choose the language that is much more easy for you. First is you need to create a foundation. That's the most important thing. So whatever you're comfortable with, what programming language you're comfortable with, move on from there. And then later on, once you have become familiar of how to code, how to design the code, how to implement it, how to use the software, then you can start branching your skill to other platforms as well. But keep in mind that there comes a time where you need to then study the market, and you need to see which market requires the high demand in that specific language. And for now, yes, Python is actually a high on the chart, but that's the way actually to build it up. So start with a language that you find it very easy to understand, and then build up the skill, then start versatiling or building learn other programming languages and then do a market research on which programming language is high in demand, and from there onwards build it up. So that is one of the recommendations that I can provide to you all.
Thank you so much. Just another quick question from Michelle. Michelle said, but wouldn't we need to know 6+ languages to be an ethical hacker? Could you please provide a short roadmap for beginners?
Yeah, so basically, there is no, you cannot be an expert. That's one thing. You cannot be an expert overnight. But one thing that I can recommend is do proper research. So you can go to Google and then you can type top 6 languages that are required for ethical hackers in today's what do you call year of 2026 or beyond that, and then it will actually provide you all of those languages. Next is then select one of the languages that are actually easy for you to start with. And then from there onwards, once you have actually got familiar with that programming language, then start to shift on to the second easy language. Like that, you can start building up. And then once you have actually built up a good base in those high demand languages, then you can take it to a top notch, the other notch, where you can then start going into more advanced programming in ethical hacking. This will actually then provide you that proper base, that proper foundation. And if sometimes employers do ask technical questions, you definitely can answer in a much more practical manner. So that gives you then that validity to ensure that you can ace your interview.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Just one more question before we wrap up the session. So Blessing asked, once I have the qualification, how do I actually land my first data science role with no prior experience in the field? What do hiring managers really look for in a junior candidate?
Yes. So once you have completed your degree or your qualification in data science, I would first do is attend networking events. Very important, because if you go into networking events, if you go into communities, and if you talk with real smart people, uh, if you talk with real smart people uh, in the communities in data science and in the networking events, they will actually talk to you and say that this is what we are looking for in a data science graduates. So it's a must for you, just before you go into a real job, seek for a job in a data science, company, go to these network events. If you are free, you can go to these network events, uh, socialize with data science experts, ask questions what they would like to see in a graduate, get that information, then build up your portfolio, build up your CV, and once you're confident, definitely then you can apply for a data science job. So that is actually the proper method of moving forward.
Yeah, that was a really practical and important question. So thank you so much, Mohammed, for answering that. And we have received a lot of questions tonight, a lot more than we can actually go through in the time that we have. So please just know that our course advisors will be reaching out to you personally with answers. And you're also very welcome to contact us directly using the contact details that I just shared with you guys a moment ago. And we will genuinely want to make sure every single one of your questions get a proper answer. So, Mohammed, thank you once again. Your depth of knowledge, your clarity, your genuine passion for helping people build meaningful careers in data science came through in every single moment of the session tonight. And on behalf of everyone here, have a lovely evening and a heartfelt thank you.